All right, it's March 8th. It's my daughter's birthday tomorrow. Yay. Okay. Standing on the right side of your chair with your hand on the side, feet together. Let's go feet right next to each other. So the legs are really nice and close and huggy. We're gonna do a little side bend towards the side of the chair without the hip going out. So you're gonna stay standing right on top of your hips and then down. And inhale to come up and over. And exhale. Two more up and over. Good, so let's add a little bit of a rotation in the torso. So as the arm comes up, you're gonna rotate towards the top of the chair. Swing the arm down in front of you, out to the side, up again, inhale. Exhale as you rotate. Again, keep the hips really still. They're facing forward, they're not twisting. And now let's reverse it. So crossover, lift up and out. Exhale, crossover, lift. Two more. One more time. Good, and down. Let's go to the other side. Feet right next to each other. Go ahead and side bend. And lift. And side bend. And up. Sorry, I have to keep the windows open. I have to have the sunshine. Two more over. This arm's totally relaxed. Good. So we come up, circle around, down and up. Inhale, exhale, circle. One more time. And reverse. Lift. One more. And down. Good. Back to your other side. Feet, again, are parallel. Toes are pointing forward. You're going to lift the outside heel. So for me, this is my right leg. And drop the foot back down. I'm not going to shift on my standing leg at all. So once I pick my heel up, nothing shifts here. One more. And then with the heel down, you're going to lift up the toe and drop, lift, drop, still standing on that right leg. Now rotate the leg out to the side and back in. Lift and twist. So I'm twisting at my hip, not my foot. Two more up and twist. And one more time up and twist. Come in. And now we're going to do a little bit of the Eric Franklin, waking up the leg a little bit. So you're going to pick it up and you're going to shake it. Turn the knee in, turn the knee out. Good, and then both feet on the floor. Standing leg gets a lot of work on that one. So let's go ahead and tap the legs. Come on all the way down. All the way around the shins, around the knees. Sides and back up. Good, same side, heel lifts. Touch front, touch side, touch back. Again, no movement in the pelvis. Standing firmly on the inside leg, touch, side, back, front. If you want to test your balance, you can take your hand away, and side, and back. One more time, front, and touch, and back, and feet together. Good. We're going to send the hips backwards. So the hips will go back, bend and straighten. So it'll look like this. Hips go back, bend and straighten. Like you're going to sit in the chair. Hips back, bend. Hips back, bend. Hips back. Hips back. Yeah, find that butt thigh connection when you stand up straight, hips back. 2 more. Leave these out if it bothers your knee. Good. Now, circumduct, touch and back, touch in front. So you're gonna slightly cross your standing leg, circle around, slightly cross your standing leg in the back. Front and back. Oh gosh, I gotta remember all this on the other side. And back and front and back. Standing leg very connected to the floor. 1 more, front and back. Let's go other side. All right. I have to think about it. Touch, side, back, front, touch, side, back, again, standing leg, very strong, touch, side, back, good. Add a balance component, hand off, sorry, and back. Toes still touch the floor, front, side, and back. 1 more time. Touch front and side. We're kind of going backwards. And back and feet down. Hands on the chair, lift up this leg and shake it out. And notice if this side is different from the other side. And you can feel your standing leg working pretty hard here. 1 more time. And then feet down. Roll down, bend your knees, tap your legs. All the way down to your ankles. Make sure you get behind your thighs. And up to standing. Hand on the side. Lift the foot, bring it across in front, bring it behind. Circle front, circle behind. I know I forgot something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, and now I remember. And front and back. So just really free that leg up to swing around. 1 more. Good. And then feet next to each other. Lift the toe, drop toe. Lift the toe, drop the toes. Heel stays on the floor. So now you're going to rotate out, rotate in, rotate out. So my hips don't move, my hips stay front, my thigh bone moves out. 1 more, out, and in, and then we're going to send everything back and do a little squat. So everything back first, down, and squeeze into the butt thigh. Drop and squeeze. We're going to do some of these on the chair. Two more. Like this, right? So my knees don't go forward. My booty goes back. More back. Stand and hold. Good. All right, I'm going to stand in the back of my chair with my legs out to the sides. And my arches are about where the leg of the chair meets. And then I'm just going to get my weights. So my weights were located on the top of my chair. If they aren't for you, go get them. Put them there. Okay. And then from this position, I'm going to, with a flat back, I'm going to bend forward. Now I know not everybody's chair is this height, right? So if you need to go to the side for that, because if it's too tall, right, then you can bend forward and pick the weights up and down, put them down and stand up. Bend over, flat back, stand up. Bend over, put them down. The nice thing about doing it against the back of the chair is that you really become aware of whether your hips are going behind you or whether they're going forward. So you're gonna go straight down to get them, straight down to leave them. Two more, but obviously if the back of your chair is too tall, you won't be able to do this. Last time. Let's keep them this time. Bend your elbows. So maybe if you're facing on the side, you might want to come to the back for this part. My elbows are in by my waist. I'm just going to bend and straighten. My arms are slightly rotated outward. So my arms aren't in front like this. I'm opening in my shoulder and rotating outward. Little bend and straighten. My legs are still straight. My toes are still pointed outwards. 3 more. 2 and 1. Now turn the hands so that the palms are backwards and press back. And again, I'm just kind of touching the back of the chair with my hips. I'm not pushing into the chair. I'm not pulling away from the chair as I'm doing all these exercises. 4 more. 3, 2. Now hold at a height that's comfortable for you without using your neck, and just do little pulses up, up. So accent the up. 4, 2 and 1, and then turn the hands inward and go towards the middle of your back. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Arms come forward. Go ahead and let those drop on the top. Now I'm going to step backwards a little bit away from my chair so my hips aren't touching, and bend the knees and straighten. And bend and straighten. And again, you know, if your chair back is up here, that's okay. Down and up. I'm hardly using that. I don't even have to use it, right? Just someplace to put my hands. And 3. And 2. One more time. And 1. Good. Lift your right toes. Lift your left toes. Lift your right. So your hips are going to have to go side to side slightly because your knees are straight. Lift. Lift. Little teeny rock with the pelvis. 1 more each way. Good. Now, bend your knees slightly. Now lift your heel up. Now your hips do not change because your knee is bending. Lift. Roll through your foot, lift your heel. Roll through your foot. Nice. 1 more each side. Heel down, straight legs. Bend, straighten. Lower, lift. Lower. 3 more. Make sure your knees are rotated outwards. 2. And you know how low you go into this all is dictated by what it feels like on your knees, right? So you can get way down here if you want, if that works for you, right? This is where the chair kind of comes in handy. 1 more. All right. Lift. Knees are slightly bent. Heel is up on the right side. Little pulses. 2, 3. These are small. Push into the balls of your feet on the right side. 6, 7. Go to straight legs. Drop the heel. Lift the left side. Little pulses. Pushing into the big toe on that left foot. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, and straight legs. Heel down. Little bend side to side. It's a lot of inner thigh. We're going to do both heels up. If that's not an option for you, keep 1 foot down. Okay, so this is a lot of ankle and footwork. So lift 1 heel, bend the knees slightly. If you want, we're going to do 16 total. So you'll do 8 right, 8 left if you're not going to lift both heels. Other heel comes up, lower and lift. 2, 3. Find the upper part of the back of your legs. You have 8 more. Take a break if you need it. 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Heel drops, heel drops. Whee! Turn your toes forward so your legs are parallel now and walk your feet in. I'm just going to turn my chair. You don't have to. Step your foot back, drop your heel down. Try to make your foot parallel to your body. And then step forward. So when the leg steps back, make sure the feet stay like that. Where a lot of us are very tight in the outside of the hip and our foot likes to turn out. So we'll do that in a sec and come back in. And then this time when you step back, let your heel turn in and your toe turn out. And you might be like, oh yeah, that feels right. And then step back in and do that on the other side. So the foot gets to turn out a little bit. And then come back in, back to the other side, step back. And now we're going to do it the opposite way. So the heel will go out and the toe will go in. That's a whole different animal there. So I don't know if you can see my feet. I go over here in the shade, you can. So I'm turning my toe in, my heel out, which gives me that side stretch. Step in, step back, turn the toe in, heel out. Lift and step back in. Yes? Yes. Okay. Turn your chair so that the top of the chair is facing this way and you're standing above it. Okay. My weights are still here, hands down. I'm going to pick up one of the weights, hold it in my hand and pull up. Try to maintain this 90-degree hip angle. Again, feet are parallel. 6, 7, 8. Weight down, both hands on. Lift your leg up. Try to get all the way up there and down. Lift up. Belly lifts to keep the hips pretty still. And the movement comes from the leg. 2 more. Good, both feet down, round up to standing. So again, your standing leg gets a lot of work. All right, so we're gonna do the arm and the leg at the same time. Inhale, exhale, roll the body down towards the top of the chair. Pick up your weight. There's gonna be some balance involved here, guys, okay? So pull, lift, down, down. So my goal is going to be to get this to happen together, right? Arm first, leg, leg down, arm. So let's see if I can do this together. Lift, up, last 3, 2, 1 more, 1, and down. Weight on the chair, curl, come up to standing. Good, go to the other side. So on that last set, I kind of moved towards the front of the chair so that I had a little bit more freedom. Okay, hands on the chair, hold the weight, find that 90-degree angle, no sagging lower backs, right? So lift up the tummy, strong shoulders, pull the elbow up. The other arm is very straight. That's your straight lever on that other side. 6. Bend one more time, and 8. Placing the weight down, so both hands can be on top, leg lifts. And I'm trying to get my leg even with the rest of my torso. So it's an effort for my hamstring and my glutes. Not my lower back. Last 2. Good. Notice I'm not hanging my head while I do this exercise, right? My eyes are looking at the floor. I'm going to tuck and curl up to standing. Take a little short break. Drop the chin, roll back down to the top of the chair. I'm just going to move towards the front of it a little bit. Really nice connected hand on the top. Lift the elbow, lift the leg, leg down, arm down. One more like that, and then we'll start to move arm and leg at the same time. Breathe whatever seems to make sense. One more. And down. Good. Weight back on top. And curl. And round up. Woo! Good. All right. Back to the side of your chair. Pick up one of your weights. Bend your outside leg. Openly rotate the leg, rotate the arm. Close them. Open, close. Chair Pilates. So I just adjusted my hip. I was totally hanging out on my standing leg, sliding my hip off. So pull that up, yep. Open, close. So I had to activate my inner thigh on my standing leg to make sure that my leg just doesn't slide off in that direction. One more. Good. Now, weight down, hand here. Lift your knee, rotate your leg in and out. Stay standing up on that standing leg. So really stand on top of it. My hips are turning front to back slightly. One more. Woo! Boy, that standing leg's doing a lot of work. Pick this weight up, open, close. So where we're going with this, again, I'm slumping, so pick that leg up, is we're gonna add the arm and the leg together. So again, this is a balance thing, okay? This is a balance thing, like no joke. Because your arm's going one way, your legs are gonna be going the other way. So if you wanna do it, I'm gonna move over here where the windowsill is so that I can put my hand here. And then I can do it together. So I'm figurating my left arm and my right leg. And if I want to, I can take my hand away just for a second. Last 2. Woo! All right, other side. You guys be super careful with these balance things, yes? Super important that you're careful with those, okay? All right, here we go. Toe up, hand here. Don't slouch, so lift up. This leg's not gonna move yet. Open and close. Just lifting my heel. Heel up, not toe up. One more. Good. And now we're gonna open and close without slumping. Open, close. Now give me that figure 8. Yeah. One more. Good. And then pick up your weight, maybe find the wall. So the arm will move, the leg will move, lift. They go away from each other. If I'm feeling pretty good about this, I can take my hand away, but it's still there in case I need the wall one more time. Oh my gosh, that's challenging, isn't it? Okay, shake those hips out a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do one more standing thing and then we will sit down. We're gonna do curtsy squats. So I would be somewhat behind the chair, not right next to it, okay? Somewhat behind it. Take that outside leg, sweep it around in the front, crossing over in the inner thigh, sweep it to the back, hinge here at your hip, start to bend your knee and stand up and swing back around. So if you were looking at it from the side, I would swing around, hinge here, down, up, come around. Anybody watch the royal couple last night? I think they talked about curtsies last night. Back, hinge, bend, stand. So this is all one-legged squat stuff here. Back around. So if it's too much, keep this foot on the floor in the back so that you're distributing your weight between both legs. Around, down. You can take your foot off the floor. This is our last one. Back around and up. Switch sides. Over the back, just give you a little bit of a hinge, a little baby bend in your knee. Come back to the front. Circle around, hinge. Start to make it bigger if your knee's okay with that. Keep that foot on the floor in the back. That'll distribute the weight. And when you do a curtsy squat, you'll notice, see how my knee kind of goes on this angle and my ankle is on an angle. So we're twisting all those ligaments and everything in the knee and the ankle joint and the hip. That's good. I'm not going to use my back leg anymore for two more. One more time. Around, up, and front. Yay! All right. I think this will be our free class this month. Chair Pilates. I'll figure out what day we're going to do it. Put it in the blog. Zumba toning is canceled today, but I don't think most of you guys don't come to that except for Marcia and Sherry. So I apologize for that. All right, so pick up your weights. Stand in front of your chair. And back up so that you can feel the chair edge right against your legs. So they're just barely touching. And then hinge at your hip, but don't let your knees pull away from the chair. So hinge, don't let your knees go forward. We're not gonna sit all the way down, don't worry. Because they'll have to pull away at some point, right? And then stand back up. So the back of my knees can feel the chair. I start to take my booty towards the chair, but my knees have not left the edge yet. So what I see a lot is people start to lower down and then their knees go like that. And that is like a killer on your knees. Okay, so see if you can keep your legs connected to the chair. Think about it, right? I'm just letting the weights hang in my arms. So they're kind of pulling me down a little bit, which is fine. It's working my upper spine. Back is pretty straight, abs are lifted. And we'll do one more. And then up. Okay, so now you're gonna sit down. And so go slow, and at what point do you have to disconnect your knees from the back? Right about there, right? Okay, now, still with the weights in your hands, scoot your butt forward a little bit. So now we're gonna kind of do the reverse. So we're gonna do a little hover. So without lifting your bum, just lean into your thighs, straight arms, and then sit back up again. So we're still doing this long spine exercise, these extensor exercises, down and lift up. You can exhale that way, you can inhale that way, I don't care. Last two. Arms are hanging. I'm lifting my spine, not my arms. One more time. So now, just take an eyeball here for a second. So now I'm gonna lean forward into that hinge, and then I'm just gonna pick my butt up and sit back down. What I'm not doing is pushing into my legs. I'm keeping the hinge position the same. Forward, lift, lower. It's like tiny. Exhale, abs are engaged, heels are super connected to the floor. I'm trying not to let my knees go over my toes, so it forces my legs to do all the work, especially in the upper part, for 3 and 2 and 1 more. Woo, and down. Nice. I'm just going to turn my chair back to the front. I'm going to grab myself a little drink of water. Having fun yet? Okay. This guy's just going to go on the floor. I'm going to scoot my leg off to the side. I want this leg to be pretty free from the edge of the chair. Okay. So palm faces front, press up overhead and down, and press. Two more. Good. Now you can do this without the weight. So we're going to go into a side bend. You can do it without the weight, or you can keep the weight in your hand. It's up to you. Up, side bend. And I'm also kind of, I have my hand here on the side, so I'm actually kind of modifying by supporting myself with the movement by using my hand on the chair. So I kind of slow my body down and then push away a little bit to come back up. Because I have a weight in my hand. Somebody's calling me. At least it doesn't interrupt the Zoom anymore. One more time. Up, over, down, and here. Put the weight down for me. Okay. Twist across. Let your hip move forward a little bit. And then lift. And so this arm is not straight, it's bent back. And then twist around, bend your elbow, reach back, twist around, reach back. One more time, twist around, reach back. Good. Put both hands on the side. Oh my gosh, you have to lift this leg. You ready? So I'm going to bend over just a little bit and lift. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, one more, 8, and up. Leg it. Switch sides. abductor exercises can be challenging sometimes. Holding the weight, my leg is straight out from the hip, just press up. Five more. 3, 2, one more time. Up and down, put the weight down for a moment, lift, side bend. So again, I'm monitoring how much work I'm doing by using this hand. One more without the weight. Add the weight if you like. So good for those long spine muscles. One more time. Good, drop the weight, down, elbow bends back. So maybe my elbow that's on the chair, it might straighten back here, maybe. Probably bends this way. One more time, twist. And open, good. With rotation, hands on the edge, lean over, lift. 2, I don't expect your leg to come up very high because of the position that we're in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, those are very tough. Hips back on top. I need my other weight, which is down here. Scooting toward the front edge of the chair. I'm just going to tuck my elbows in and just let my arms be at a 90-degree angle here. And then I'm just going to move my pelvis back and up. So the further on the front side of the chair you sit, the further you have to go. So if I'm halfway back and I tuck and curl, the back of my shoulders are going to meet the chair earlier than if I sit up here. Here I have to go a little further. I'm not going to move my arms. Inner arm is right up against the rib cage. Back and up. Exhale. Really trying to keep the heels on the floor. Last 2. And you don't have to go all the way to the chair. That's my choice today. I wanna get to the chair and then get back up again. And then sitting up, you're gonna swing your arms like so. They don't straighten all the way, about 3/4 of the way. And I want you to add a little twist side to side. Four more. And 1. Arms straighten. Okay, front raise, right side. And down. So just go to shoulder, left side. Right side. Left side. Lift, keep your spine very tall against that weight. Hold, side, in, down. Shoulder height up, side, in, down. If that bothers you, leave it out. Just do the straight lift, up, side, in, one more each way, up, out, in, and down. Flip the hands back to your elbow bend. Start to move your arms, start to twist. One more. Good. So now we're gonna tuck and curl back and do the same exercise. So this is gonna get the core muscles involved. Curl back. Hold yourself in space. You're not leaning against the chair. You're just in front of it. Twist. Rotate. Rotate. I'm gonna reach my arms a little bit more in front. Twist. Woo, last two. Last one. And center. And lift. Arms drop, drop the head. Don't fall off the front edge of your chair, please. Roll yourself down. Roll yourself back up. Lift your chest and take your ribcage into an extreme opposing position. So you'll lift here, but your arms will go back. And then drop your chin, roll through your neck, let your arms hang, roll down through your arms. Inhale when you stop, exhale to come back up. Find your very tall position and then reverse the spine. Arms push back. Bring your rib cage back where it belongs. Drop your chin, roll forward. Inhale down here, exhale, come back up. Start to open the collarbones. Rib cage moves away. Extension. Ribs come back and hold. Good. All right, let's do some front facing. So I'm going to turn my chair. If this is not comfortable for your legs, feel free to sit with your chair back behind you, but we are going to be using the top of it. So I'm just going to put my weights down here right next to my legs on the chair so that they're there for me when I need them. Good, so I have a little bit of space behind me on the chair, not a whole lot. So again, we're gonna tuck and curl the hips under, hands are on top, taking you into that upper back curl, pull back up, go into extension. And it's really easy to shrug your shoulders when you're back there, so watch that you're not doing that, right? You're not shrugging, shoulder blades are relaxed. So now we'll do it without bending the arms. Okay, so arms are straight, curl back and lift up. Exhale, curl. So the rib cage moves front, rib cage moves back, rib cage moves front. You should feel those muscles under there, front and back. Come up to seated, drop your arm, front arm, left arm, right arm, I don't care, just keep track of which one it is. Twist and lean and front. So I'm going to use the back of my chair so I don't fall off. Twist, lean, lean back. So I have a little bit of a rotation, so my rib cage drops towards you and then resets one more time, back and front, switch sides, lean back and rotate. So this arm is not quite as cooperative as my other one. Two more, back, one more time, back and in. Arms here, bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. Okay, I'm going to try not to push my ribs forward too much, so really keep those under control. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten, elbows don't move, bend and straighten. So right next to my eyeballs there, bend and straighten, pick up your weights. Elbows up. Move your upper arm back towards the side of your head. Bend the elbows, straighten them. Bend, straighten. Upper arm doesn't move from its position. 5, ribs don't pop out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Hold one weight. Okay, palm up. Swing the arm back. Lift. Arm swings back. So you're going to get more movement with your arm because you have a weight there that's going to help with momentum. One more time. Back and in. Switch sides. Palm is this way, right? Your arm isn't like that. Palm is up. Back. So your arm will twist a little bit in the back, but that comes from the shoulder. Last 2, back, one more, back, and in. Good. Okay, I'm gonna get these out of the way. So, this is challenging because the tops of everyone's chairs is a little bit different. Straighten your legs. Do horseback. Straighten and bend. Quads pull the heels off the floor. They're very active here. You can feel your hamstrings against the backs of the chair, the top of the chair seat. Okay. So we have an exercise called horseback in the machine room in the Pilates studio. So one leg straightens out, the other one straightens out, and then you tuck your pelvis back. So it goes under you. And then your arms reach out in the opposite direction. And then hands on the chair, sit up. Exhale, curl, legs lift, activate the core. If you want, lift a hand, maybe both. Do not fall off the chair. Hands down, sit back up. Exhale, curl, whole bunch of spine movement. Extend the legs, reach the arms, get way deep in the belly. Sit back up. One more time, tuck and curl and reach. Now see if you can lift up. 2, 3, 4, my legs aren't moving. 5, hold, sit up. Sit here without your legs moving, twist to the right, center, twist to the left, center. So we're gonna do that. Nobody's fallen off, right? Checking. Wave your hand if you fell off. Okay, right? Need some space back here. Curl, legs, scoop, active thighs, reach, twist, twist, reach your legs over there. Exhale. One more. Yes, hands down, bend your knees, or sit back up. All right, we'll do one more of those. Breaking a little sweat on that one. The arms are gonna lift this time. Now, what happens is, when you're in that extreme curled position with your legs out and you lift your arms, this happens. And you don't want that to happen. So it's a shoulder movement, it's not a spinal movement. So curl back, reach the legs, find the abs, bring the rib cage back without it moving, arms lift up. 3, 2 more, 4, one more time, 5, arms down, bend the knees, pull yourself back up to seated. I love that exercise. You can stand up, get yourself off the chair. In the Pilates studio, you have to hug a box and get your hips to come up, but we won't do that with the chair. All right, let's go hands on top. And then just step your right leg back. And then just kind of lean into that chair, putting a little bit of weight in your arms, but keep your back heel down. So your front leg is pretty like there's nothing going on in that front leg. And then start to straighten that front leg, bringing the feet together, and then take the other one back. Heel down, really stretch into the back of that back leg. Lean on your arms a little bit, bend that front leg, no weight on that front leg. Look back and make sure your foot is straight. Come on back in, give me a couple cats. One more of these. Drop, so lift one heel, and the hips will shift, and then push through and switch. Up and down. Work through your feet. 2 more. One more time. Heels down, tuck your pelvis, and roll up to standing. Oh yeah.